welcome to OVW Overdrive, the show that always kicks out at 2. I'm your host, Brian Kinnison. With me, as always, Casanova of the theater with the extra holes in the wall and the butter dispenser. You don't want over your popcorn dancing Stevie J.
Don't they all have holes in the wall? Isn't that like the thing?
Just the ones you go to that I appreciate the birthday party gesture, but no thank you. But folks, what a show we have for you this week, right?
Yeah, big time.
What are you still mad at me from last week? Look, he was here, I was here.
Yeah.
And
I get it. I'm mad at you, but it's not for that. I'm mad about what came of it. I don't want to talk about it right now, but I might be in trouble. I'll just say that.
I'm saying you need something, when you feel something, you need to talk about it. But folks, I feel like this show is going to be fan-freaking-tastic. So we are opening up with a match that I'm personally excited for. I'm talking about the back-breaking artist, Jake Painter, looking to make a name for himself in OVW, looking to make that name off of Phase Hero star himself, Brandon Davis.
We got to get out of here. All right, check it out. We got to wrap it up, man. Woo.
Yep, all right.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, the back-breaking artist, Jake Painter.
Hello and welcome everyone to the historic Hot Point Davis Arena right here in Louisville, Kentucky. I am Carmen Michael, right along ringside with the East End villain, Josh Ashcraft. Josh, it is so good to have you here.
Pleasure to be here in the booth with you, Carmen, tonight for Overdrive. Tell you what, Jake Painter, a good young up-and-comer here in OVW, and great taste. I love that jacket.
Speaking of great up-and-comers.
And his opponent, from Nashville, Tennessee, Brandon Davis, BD.
Let me tell you, I've been absolutely impressed with what we've seen out of BD Brandon Davis these last few weeks here on Overdrive. Yes, he's got a massive social media following. Yes, he considers himself to be a bit of an entertainer, but here he is transitioning into the pro wrestling realm, and he's getting a quick taste of that right now, Josh.
Now that he is, Jake Painter not allowing him to take even a moment to show off, as Jake wants to make a masterpiece out of the spine of Brandon Davis.
Jake Painter, we heard from recently here on Overdrive, said he's looking to get over that hump. And now he's trying to get back into the win column, whereas Brandon Davis looking for his first victory. He's been very impressive against opponents like Jack Vaughn and Cal Hero, but while he has picked up a few tricks along the way, has yet to pick up a victory.
Hell of a flapjack there by Davis. Davis absolutely rocking and rolling on Jake Painter.
Hold on,
Wait a second.
this. Oh, standing moonsault.
Hooks the leg.
Cover is made.
Two can only, says referee Josh Patterson.
A kick out from Jake Painter. You see the frustration there from Davis. However,
I'd be frustrated too.
He saw what worked in that first match, and now we're seeing him going back. Oh,
hang on. Painter catches him, breaks him down into a backbreaker.
They don't call him the back-breaking artist for nothing, Josh.
Brandon Davis' spine bent in a way that it wasn't intended to. It now looks like Painter, elbow strike right to the spine, now driving his knee into that back.
Yeah, placing the point of the elbow directly between the shoulder blades, and now working over the neck and back as to be expected.
Drives Davis face first into that corner, does Painter. Painter
lined it up. Ooh. Just painting across the chest.
That was just a slap to the mouth. Nothing fancy about it. Brandon Davis may have that chest protector on, but it's not going to do much to stop the pain of the impact.
For a man named Painter, nothing beautiful about that. However, very effective as Brandon Davis sent ribs first into the corner.
Hey, I noticed that as well. You got to wonder, was that a little bit of mistiming there by Davis trying to take a little bit of the brunt of the impact away? Or was that pointed by Jake Painter? That kick right to the spine tells me all I need to know.
Looks like Painter certainly taking advantage. And now taking his time as momentum is firmly in the favor of Painter. Knee placed center of the back, wrenching back on the arms.
That seated surfboard stretch there, Jake Painter trying to put all of the pressure, all of the weight that he can. I say on Brandon Davis's arms, his shoulders, his neck, pulling back, but Davis fights his way back to his feet and cut down yet again by Painter.
Let me tell you though, I've got to admire the heart of Brandon Davis. Yes, he's got tens of millions of views online, but he's wanting to prove himself here in the pro wrestling world. And here these last 3 weeks, I gotta tell you, each and every week, I'm seeing him pick up new tricks.
Springboard cross body. Oh my God. Talk about picking up new tricks. Brandon Davis now throwing everything he can behind every elbow, every knee.
Davis getting that second win. Big spine buster. Center of the ring, hooks the leg. Can this be enough? Not quite. And I'm not sure if he's able to put enough weight in that pinfall. You see him reaching back, grabbing the lower back, Josh.
I think that's exactly what happened there, Carmen. Jake Painter doing everything he can to take that back away from Brandon Davis, and it may pay off.
Went for the running bulldog. Painter had it scouted, and now
Painter's got him hooked. Oh, double underhook into a backbreaker, hook of the leg.
Here is your winner, Jake Painter!
Jake Painter picking up a win. You know, shades of the old CM Punk. Welcome to Chicago there.
Very focused here tonight was Jake Painter, who makes his way back into the win column with a menagerie of backbreakers. More to come here on Overdrive.
Sweating out below.
He's sweating a lot, dude.
Did you eat bologna? Because I can smell it in the sweat.
I stress ate some bologna.
Bologna BO, folks. But hey, speaking of BO, what a hot and sweaty opening contest that was, and Jake Painter using that sweat to paint a masterpiece in a win over Brandon Davis.
Those are exactly the adjectives I was thinking of while watching that match.
Right. I feel good about what I put together there. I tried to piece this together for you, who seemingly is falling apart.
Your effort in the segue is second to none. I appreciate that.
Speaking of the segue, we're going to talk about Jesse Goddard's Mr. Spectacular a little bit later on in the OVW Rise recap.
Okay, cool.
But before we get there,
let's talk about him. Let's talk about everybody. Let's distract ourselves from the case at hand. But I got myself in real trouble this weekend. Real trouble. OVW Rise.
Is this Jamaican bookies? Oh, it's not the Jamaican bookies.
No,
okay,
no,
no,
no.
that doesn't.
I don't think he's a Jamaican
Those
bookie,
two
but
words together are stupid. Okay,
He
so
might be a Jamaican bookie.
what's going on?
He looks Jamaican. He's tan. Oh, I can't get too much into it right now.
You got me worried, Mom. Okay,
Don't pop me right now.
Folks, we're gonna go cool running right into this next. That's another
Jesus.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, folks. It's not all John Candy is here. Sometimes you gotta have some hard-hitting action. I'm talking about Donovan Cecil going one-on-one against Ashton Adonis. Both men looking to move on that March Mayhem tournament to get a shot at the OVW Heavyweight Championship. But this one's for pride. Let's see if we can stampede over Ashton Adonis, or if Ashton Adonis lead the fight, so they can get the biggest win of their OVW career.
I appreciate the levity. It's helping. The mood is lifting. A little bit.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride. Get on up. It's overdrive time. That's Cool Runnings as well.
He lost it all right there.
Friday, April 25th, OVW returns to Pikeville and the Appalachian Wireless Arena for Appalachian Armageddon as part of Hillbilly Days. Tickets available now at OVWTix.com. If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Brookville, Indiana, they call him the Man
Donovan Cecil, Kentucky's strongest man multiple times over, a graduate of the OVW Academy and one of the most freakishly strong human beings I've ever seen in my entire life.
Let me tell you, if there's ever a walking advertisement for the OVW Academy, it's that man right there. Certainly a presence to be felt.
He shaved an M into the back of his head? That's dope!
ASHTON Adonis recently made his way to the win column here on Overdrive, proving to be rather successful, albeit only when it comes without the help of Leela Feist.
Well, you know, sometimes a failure can be seen as a success as long as it moves you forward, right?
Hey, every failure is a learning opportunity.
Well, the end-all, be-all is going to get a learning opportunity in the massive strength of Donovan Cecil here tonight.
Oh, he's going to learn today. Match officially underway as these two big men circling around.
Strong collar and elbow tie-up here. You know, the end-all, be-all, ASHTON Adonis, take nothing away from him. He is a powerful man in his own right, but you only see a talent like Donovan Cecil come along once in a generation, and
oh, hold on, Leela Feist already interjecting into the match.
Shot right to the base of the skull of Donovan Cecil. Could have rang Cecil's bell there.
And now, you see Adonis smelling that blood in the water, quick on the attack.
Well, as it should be. You know, you can't allow Donovan Cecil to get any momentum going.
Now, typically when you see
that happens.
Typically when you see someone target the base of the neck like that, right into the skull, it's a knockout blow, but not for the thick neck of the mammoth Donovan Cecil.
Cecil charges in. Huge splash in the corner from Donnie Cease. I don't know if he
has him hooked.
I set it up, but how far, sir? HFS, he just threw that man across the ring.
And just when ASHTON Adonis was picking up a little bit of momentum, Donovan Cecil putting that stick into the spoke of the bicycle. And now
charges in. We know what's coming next. A man that big shouldn't be that agile, as we're going to see that mammoth stampede. Oh!
Charges right to the corner.
Donovan Cecil shoulder first into the corner. You got to thank Leela Feist for the assist there. I don't think referee Dallas Edwards saw it.
Adonis, very, very opportunistic. Just compounding all that damage.
Oh, wait a second, wait a second.
Already. Oh! End-all kneel into the post.
That could be it for Donovan Cecil.
And now ASHTON Adonis going up to the top rope, somewhere we don't see him often, as Donovan Cecil stumbles right into a beautiful drop kick.
Leela Feist cheering on her man, and now you see him in that corner. Donovan Cecil trying to pull himself up. I don't know if Cecil knows where he's at.
He may not want to know. The knee pad is down, charging it in. kneel.
Oh, but Cecil threw the ropes to the floor, though. Donovan Cecil, I don't know if his momentum or ring awareness, but
that may have been right place, right time for Donovan Cecil. Now, ASHTON Adonis doing everything he can, but that's dead weight right there.
Well, Donovan Cecil's a big old boy. It's going to take a lot to get him back into that ring. Got to think of the time that's been spent in this match, all the effort, the energy of both of these men have to be draining them. Referee Dallas Edwards gets up to 5.
Here comes Adonis.
It's like moving a dead body in there, Carmen. You ever do that?
You know, we'll talk about it off air. Hold on. And Adonis now looking for the suplex.
But Donovan Cecil just too damn strong.
The unbelievable strength of the mammoth Donovan Cecil, but he's still in trouble, though. The damage has been done.
You know, it could have been that burst of adrenaline out of Donovan Cecil. Cecil charges in. Oh, nobody home, and the ring moved a good 6 inches.
Just when he was getting that second win, the wind driven out.
A huge disaster kick out of Adonis. An Olympus kick of his. Like a lightning bolt from Zeus himself, and now Donovan Cecil reeling. Ashton Adonis has to put him away. This is his opportunity.
Looking to hoist up the big man.
Donovan Cecil just too massive, that low center of gravity.
Oh, look at this!
Adonis got him up, Blue Thunder Bomb. 2.
Close, but a kick out from Cecil.
2 9/10. Referee Dallas Edwards can't believe it. We can't believe it. And Ashton Adonis, he can't fathom it.
Adonis now having to go back to the drawing board. You see him in the corner with Cecil in his sights.
The end-all Neo, but Cecil pops him up. Hang on, hang on. Thought we were going to see the Extinction Level event.
Adonis got it scouted. Oh, misses with a disaster kick.
Tried to go for it again, but Cecil, spear! Oh my God!
This has been such a highly competitive match. I'm not sure which way this is going to go, but right now the Mammoth fired up.
Dude, that was like somebody launching the Empire State Building at you like a spear.
Talked about that extinction level of it. Ow! Planted face first.
Here's your winner, Donovan Cecil!
Well, we saw impressive athleticism and wits from Ashton Adonis, but here tonight, strength wins out.
To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
The following is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from beneath the soil, she's the eternal enigma, TEAGAN THORN.
The stakes cannot be any higher here tonight. Triple threat action. The winner will become an alternate for that fatal four-way ahead of March Mayhem on March 29th. We get a good look at TEAGAN. Lady, certainly no stranger to overcoming obstacles.
Next, from Trophy Club, Texas, Rachel Ray.
Trophy Club, Texas. That's a new one for me. Where is that?
Let me tell you, she's got a lot of trophies. This was a college gymnast at Rutgers University, 3-time Big Ten All-American.
In the USA. And from America's heartland,
Now we saw a brief glimpse of Maddie the American Baddie back at the Nightmare Rumble. She's back once again, and she's still trying to make fetch happen.
I don't understand what that means.
Well, she's a mean girls, is what we call them.
I wasn't with the cool kids in high school, Carmen. That's why I'm here in wrestling, buddy.
Hey, you've got some homework
I
later
had
tonight.
cooler things to do. Regardless, one of these three women, whoever wins this match, they are going to be an alternate in the women's the women's Fatal 4-Way match coming up on March the 27th, preceding March Mayhem.
Josh, you were the exact reason why we had to have school assemblies, weren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm also the reason why a lot of times there's a safety meeting.
Smoking in the boys' room, Josh Ashcraft is...
Teagan just runs through that double clothesline.
Talked about the adversity that Teagan has faced. Hit by a drunk driver at age 11, was technically dead, was in a coma for 2 weeks, and then still, after coming out of that coma, chased her wrestling dream, and now here she is, her second appearance here at OVW, and she could have a chance to face off for the title. Hold on, cover is made.
Without a doubt, 1 count only. Referee Josh Patterson goes down, hooks the leg.
He's going to have his cardio tonight.
Yeah, it's going to take more than that to keep either Rachel Leigh or Maddie down. Teagan charges in, nobody home.
And now Maddie delivering with these stomps in the corner right to the midsection. Charges in, big splash. And now here comes Rachel Leigh showing off that gymnastics background. I mentioned a 3-time Big Ten All-American. She has a skill named after herself in the sport of gymnastics.
Really? What's that?
It's called the Leigh.
Anyhow, it looks like Rachel's trying to impress Maddie. Maddie doesn't care.
Both going for the pinfall.
But if both are going for the pinfall, though, who would win? I mean, would it be a tie?
You're asking good questions, Josh.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to look pretty.
It looks like things are breaking down here, rather.
Knee to the midsection. Rachel's got Teagan hooked up, but Teagan.
This impromptu tag team.
See, I thought Teagan was going to block it. Beautiful DDT. Now Maddie.
Oh, into a code breaker. What?
Boot to the midsection.
They have celebrated a little bit too early there, girls.
Oh, hang on.
Inside cradle from Leigh.
She got her.
Does it.
Here's your winner, Rachel Leigh!
Hard-fought battle between all these women. Rachel Leigh picking up the victory.
So then I said, look, I effing know when it's expired cinnamon because my palate is incredibly refined. You know what I mean?
Was this that cinnamon challenge you were texting me about? You went through with it with expired cinnamon?
Oh, no, this.
Because you smell great.
No, this was at my kid's daycare. And let me tell you, I cannot go.
Your kid's like 14.
Hey, guys, welcome back to Overdrive. And hey, what a match. We just saw triple that. Hey, Rachel Leigh picking up the win. What a huge win for her just a few weeks into her OVW career. See, not technically a March Mayhem qualifying matchup. She is now an alternate for that Fatal 4-Way. It just gets one step closer to a shot at the OVW Women's Championship. Again, just weeks into her OVW Women's career.
Whatever it takes. The newcomers they're lighting it up. A very entertaining match. Again, I need the distraction. So
doing a lot of this.
Yeah, I'm sweating, dude. It comes through the palms. It's like a shooting out of me. So remember last week, the whole thing, I got hot because of what happened with Z and all that at the end.
Sure, I get it. Yeah, I understand.
Still, I can't quite wrap my head around it. I went home that night, and because you kind of broke my brain, I insisted on having 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, 4 beers, 5 beers, 6 beers.
Start a collection.
Beers, Bloody Mary, so on and so forth. And I got kind of mad at Al. And I don't know if it was some sort of transfer of anger, but I ended up texting him some pretty awful shit. Yeah.
What'd you say to him?
Well, as it turns out, I don't know if it was because it was so bad or what, but I deleted it. I know I did it though. Like, I'm cognitive enough to know.
And you sent it to Al.
Yeah.
And now we're saying on camera. So
I want to blame you. I really do. Because you're the one who set me off with this whole Evil Z business. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I don't cross any bridges. I don't tell you what to do with your fingers.
The repercussions are mine. The repercussions are mine, but I do feel like it's your fault. So we'll get there.
OVW Rise recap after the break. Oh, why do you do this?
Yeah, I didn't like insinuate you did anything. I just feel like it's your fault.
Yep. Steve, you really got my stuck in a Mexican Coke here. Okay, your outbox is like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to send. Apparently, you texted Al. Text me.
I remember telling him that he was being passive-aggressive, which through text doesn't make sense.
Because you were the passive-aggressive one was saying that, kind of. Or actively aggressive.
Yeah, actively aggressive is more like it. There was no passiveness to my aggression. It was kind of on the nose. I don't know what this means for us. Like I said, I didn't throw you under the bus, but again, I do feel like it's your fault.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little Jeffrey Chaucer here. I'm just gonna trudge. I'm gonna walk for the sake of knowing I can do nothing else but to continue to walk on and go on through the recap. Let's look at the OVW Rise that was. Why don't we?
Right.
Why don't we? Okay.
All right, I'll start.
You should.
Okay, because I'm going to send a text after that. So, all right, Adam Revolver and AJZ, qualifier for the media title. The OVW media title will be defended at March Mayhem on March 29th. I almost said May 29th. That wouldn't even make sense. Why would we have March Mayhem on May 29th? Regardless, Adam Revolver and AJZ for a spot in that fatal four-way next week, 2 weeks from now. I don't understand what time it is on OVW Rise. Anyways, regardless, Adam Revolver picked up the win, and now he is qualified for the fatal four-way, qualified for his chance possibly to hold a championship that he has yet to hold here in OVW, the OVW Media Championship.
Hard for it. See what you're doing to me.
I know, man.
I'm all for it up. All right, hard-fought matchup between AJZ and Adam Revolver. Very back-and-forth contest. A veteran versus a young and hungry competitor. And Steve, that's one of my favorite kind of setups you can have here in OVW. Yep. Always unpredictable. And look at that, Adam Revolver picking up the win and moving on. But Steve, not the only person we saw competing. Let's talk about the women's division. Let's talk about J-Rod, OVW Women's Champion, facing off against lovely Miss Larkin. Now, Steve,
which lovely Miss Larkin?
The one without
the therapist, or not the therapist?
The one without the doctorate. Yes.
Okay.
So let's take a step back even further than that, though, Steve. Let's go back to when J-Rod and lovely Miss Larkin were on a team, and not only did lovely Miss Larkin tag in members of the other team, she tried to pin J-Rod at one point and then celebrated with the other team.
That thing went ass over tea kettle like immediately.
Sure did. So J-Rod wanting to get a little bit of revenge on her former partner and getting the win over lovely Miss Larkin, but not quite done. Laying in the boots afterwards, did the Ultimate Athlete, getting some extra poundage, as you would. And then out comes Sophia Rose for the save, saving Miss Larkin's hide. J-Rod, though, Steve, not taking that lightly, because a little bit later on, Sophia Rose in action against Micah Madrid in a March Mayhem qualifying matchup. And who should rear her beautiful head? OVW Women's Champion J-Rod coming out, wanting to get a piece of Sophia Rose for getting a piece of her earlier. But the wily Miss Rose still able to pick up the win over Micah Madrid despite the interference from J-Rod, and moving on in that March Mayhem qualifier, or March Mayhem tournament. I got there.
Well, it was a qualifier. She won it, and she has moved on. She is now going to be in a fatal four-way 1 week before March Mayhem to decide who will face the OVW Women's Champion at March Mayhem. Sophia Rose with as good a chance as any, 25% odds. I think Scott Steiner did some math on that at some point. We'll cross that bridge another day. We also had another qualifier, this one for the Rush Division Championship. We had Justice in action. Justice Davis versus Star Rider of the Revolution. Star Rider and Evil Z fame. Evil Z already qualified for that four-way. That will happen soon on OVW Rise. Tonight, Star Rider put his hat in the ring, so to speak, picking up a win, and now Star Rider and Evil Z, both of them will be in this qualifying match for a chance at the Rush Division Championship at March Mayhem, and you got to wonder what's going to come of that.
I'm actually going to try to do a little Steiner math here myself. Okay, so Star Rider, a multi-time OVW Rush Division champion in his own right, now in this fatal four-way with seemingly what could be argued as a partner in Evil Z.
Or
therefore,
Evil B, if it's you that's Evil Z. We still need to...
I shaved just so they would know it wasn't. Just
That's
so they
not
would,
how that works.
I feel like it is. So now, all these things adding up, I think he's got about 38.9%. And check that math in the chat. Just check that math. Do the math yourself. We'll stop the show right now if you guys want to collaborate.
141 2/3%. I think it might have been it.
Check that one too. That doesn't seem right. But folks, what also doesn't seem right is Cal Hero's attitude as of late. That's a good segue.
Yeah.
Jamin Olivencia has really been putting his tendrils in the brain of Cal Hero, telling him, look.
Wow. I like it. Keep going.
All right. Cal Hero, not the same man since Jamin Olivencia has been in his brain, in his psyche. And I'm not saying Cal Hero has done anything necessarily dastardly, but Cal has definitely been a more focused, a more determined, a more broody is not even the right term, but for lack of a better term, a different Cal Hero that we've been seeing, to the point that Cal Hero looking to put away Big Zoe with that fanny pack knee during the matchup, and Jamin Olivencia waving it off. Cal Hero hitting that standing ODDT to pick up the win. Jamin Olivencia is a famous finisher now. Steve, I'm not saying Cal Hero is following the tutelage of Jamin Olivencia.
It sure seems that way, though. I mean, there's an influence. Call it what it is, there's an influence. For Cal to change the very way that he sees a way to finish an opponent. He has been using the fanny pack knee now for years. He's perfected it. But to go and send a message by using the standing O, Jamin Olivencia's finishing maneuver that has won him championships across the world, there's got to be something there.
Look, if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's probably a duck, but we're talking about professional wrestlers, and Cal Hero is definitely being influenced by Jamin Olivencia right now.
He called you a duck. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that was somebody else's thing. Anyway, folks, let's get into more main event action. I'm talking about the six-man tag with stars galore, so much you can make an extra constellation out of them. Anthony Katina teaming up with Tony Evans and Jay De Niro to take on Dustin Jackson and Beaches and Cream, and that is one creamy, jacked, and toned team. And Steve, they were on the same page throughout the matchup.
You're on it with the adjectives today, brother. I mean, descriptors.
I got you, baby. That gold-plated trio of Dustin Jackson and Beaches and Cream, they were on fire, showing you why they are champions at the top of our organization right now. Dustin Jackson on fire, off the top rope as your OVW Media champion. Beaches and Cream working in tandem, two of the most powerful men we've ever seen walk through the doors of Hot Point Davis Arena. But on the other side of the ring, not so much. Anthony Katina not able to get on the same page as Tony Evans and Jay De Niro. You know, everybody wanting to win, but everyone to do it their own way.
It seemed like they had their idea in mind, Tony Evans and Jay De Niro. Anthony Katina had the way that he felt that he could have won the match for himself and the group. And they just were not on the same page, far from it, which was quite the opposite of what we saw from Beaches and Cream and Dustin Jackson, who seemed like old friends in the ring.
Absolutely. I mean, Anthony Katina, hey, man's about as clean as a Vegas bedsheet. That's fair. But you know what? He didn't want to stoop to the levels of Tony Evans and Jay De Niro. Didn't want to cheat. Didn't want to win the wrong way. And you know what? That was the wrong way to Jay De Niro and Tony Evans, who hightailed it, who hop-scooted and run hippity-hop to the barbershop. They took off and said, hey, we may not win the match, neither will Anthony Katina. Dustin Jackson and Beaches and Cream picking up the big win. Well, we're out of things to talk about. What did you do? Why'd you do it?
Why'd I do what?
Folks, after the break.
Brandon Baretta versus Anthony Toatele. We'll be right back. I didn't do anything. You're fine.
I'm going to put you in a turkey suit.
It's my heat.
Oh.
Probably.
I picked the wrong week. Quit being Cool Whip. You know that?
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
To To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Salt Lake City, Utah, the flowing Samoan, Anthony Toatele.
Anthony Toatele coming out here tonight, to face a gentleman that last week he was just tag team partners with, Carmen.
Yeah, things didn't go quite to plan for that tag team, but it seems like they're going to be able to work that out here tonight.
And his opponent, from St. Louis, Missouri, strictly business, Brandon Baretta.
At least he's out of the turkey suit.
Baretta certainly back to his normal ways now.
Well, the OVW faithful not to let him forget it, though.
Of course, defeated Luscious Lawrence, earning the right to lose the turkey suit. Suit that he wore for, about 5 months?
Yeah. It was a long Thanksgiving for him. I'm sure he might have preferred a long Halloween. It's a comic reference if you don't get it. And strictly business. Encouraging the crowd to get it out.
We may be here for a while.
Well,
I'm not sure how many times I've heard a gobble gobble chant in professional wrestling, but I'm here for it.
these things just they just grow naturally.
You mentioned it before, these two men, partners last week, opponents here tonight, as Anthony Toatele, the 10-year veteran, coming from an arena football background, certainly has a tough task ahead of him. Brandon Baretta using that amateur style here early on.
Toatele qualified for the OVW Country Club Ring Media Championship Fatal 4-Way match. And last week, he was trying to qualify as well for the Tag Team Championship match, but the miscommunication between himself and Brandon Baretta just proved to be a little bit too much for them to overcome.
That's what I love about the March Mayhem season. Of course, that does take place on March 29th. Get your tickets now at OVWTix.com. Or if you can't join us here at the Hot Point Davis Arena, be sure to order live on pay-per-view.
Toatele, I thought he was going for an Anaconda Vice there for a second, but he's got that key lock applied.
Trying to reposition, however
he can.
Baretta staying confident here, staying calm.
The thing is, both of these young men, they're completely on fire right now in OVW. Give Baretta credit where credit's due. He's one of those skilled mat tacticians that we have, but Anthony Toatele, this young man, he has all of the he has all of the tools it takes to accomplish all his goals in professional wrestling. You see him go up and over Baretta.
That leap from Toatele right into the boot right across the jaw.
Toatele charges in.
You mentioned it, so well-rounded. And now just firing away in the corner, one after another with these clotheslines. I think like waves crashing against Maui Beach. Just wiping out Brandon Baretta in the corner. He surfs up, but Brandon Baretta may want to get out of the water.
Drive-by kick just knocked Brandon Baretta into a new time zone.
Toatele now back into the ring.
The OVW faithful fully behind Anthony Toatele here.
Well, Baretta certainly hasn't made any friends here. Big knee from Baretta. But for Baretta, it's not about friends. It's about business. It's about making money. It's about picking up wins.
Backbreaker, and then flipped him down almost into an STO into that corner. Baretta with knees right to the back of the neck, Carmen.
They're really targeting the base of the skull there. And now with a foot across the throat.
Referee Dallas Edwards admonishing him, telling him he's got until 5.
He's in every bit of that 5 count. I know you're no stranger to that.
Well, you know. A great man once said it, win if you can, lose if you must, but always, always cheat.
Well, you're certainly going to get that here on Overdrive.
Brandon Baretta now charging into that corner. Ooh.
It seems like the more this crowd gets under the skin of Brandon Baretta, the harder these strikes are each and every time.
Oh, he's using this hatred from the crowd like fuel.
Step up enziguri from Baretta.
With every scream, every yell from the OVW faithful, it just adds more fuel to that fire that's raging inside of Brandon Baretta. But right now, Toatele trying to put that fire out.
Baretta usually laser focused and determined, but occasionally we do see the crowd get under his skin, and usually when that happens, you see that temper flare and he can lose focus.
All it takes is one mistake and looking at the lights for 3 seconds, and it's all over but the crying. Now Toatele in the corner here, just getting chopped down by Brandon Baretta.
Not where he wants to be.
That's just a straight right hand to the jaw.
You see that stoic look return to the face of Baretta. He's comfortable, he's confident.
He can't get cocky. If he does, it could cost him everything in this matchup here tonight.
Now bringing Toatele back to his feet, going for that Olympic slam. And now quickly into the cover. Will this be enough? And a kick out from Toatele.
Anthony Toatele has to get some momentum on his side here. The amount of abuse that he has suffered at the hands of Brandon Baretta for the last few minutes be enough to break a normal man, but Anthony Toatele is not a normal human being. He is the flowing Samoan for a reason.
You saw the way that Baretta had the knee placed to the lower back. However, Toatele able to roll out now back to his feet.
Toatele blocks the strike. Another right hand.
Toatele may be getting that second wind.
Super kick to the midsection, kicks him on up, Carmen, and
Talk about kicks, those educated feet of Toatele, and a release German suplex has Baretta rocked.
Brandon Baretta flung halfway across the ring by Anthony Toatele.
Toatele has been needing.
Huge knee strike right to the point of the jaw. Samoan drop and Baretta smartly rolling into the corner to hold on to that rope, hoping to get a little bit of separation.
Toatele, caught, went for the super kick, but caught, and now Baretta with the ankle lock applied. Toatele back on his feet, connects with the step up enziguri.
Brandon Baretta, though, cut him off. I don't know if Toatele got all of that. Runs him into the ropes. Look O'Connor. But look at this Baretta. Hang on, Baretta.
By any means necessary.
Well,
Here's your winner, Brandon Baretta.
Another great man said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And it paid off here tonight for Brandon Baretta.
Baretta tasted success and now picks up another victory here on OVW.
So do you still have that uncle who can give us, train jobs?
I'll reach out. I haven't considered that yet. I feel like I might be able to handle this, but I feel like we could do this in-house.
You don't even know what you said to him. How can you plan for the unknowable?
I'll tell you what, it was pretty mean. I called him stupid.
How do you know?
I remember it. I don't have the proof. I know it. I know what I did. I let my feelings shine for the first time in 6 years. 10 years, however the hell long we've been here.
I am so
Yeah,
glad.
I know we're rolling.
Shined.
Brandon Baretta picked up the win, handful of tights, and I'm gonna have a handful of something taken off of my body if.
I thought you were still on that
Element
plan
shows
where you had
back
to
up there
pay
again.
per text. Did you get an unlimited plan and not tell me? Because you never text me back and you said you had to pay per text.
No, brother, I was that hot. Yeah.
That cost you had to pay to yell at him.
Main event's right around the corner. ERIK Surge versus JAKE LAWLESS. Stay tuned. We're gonna be fine.
Oh, my body's
You're
squeezed so
probably gonna be
tight.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elmo loves to giggle. Elmo's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Friday, April 25th, OVW returns to Pikeville and the Appalachian Wireless Arena for Appalachian Armageddon as part of Hillbilly Days. Tickets available now at OVWTix.com.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Santa Maria, California, he's one half of Loud and Lawless. Flawless, Jake Lawless.
Jake Lawless and his partner, Von Rocket, and Loud and Lawless to qualify for that OVW Fatal 4-Way match to determine who will be the #1 contenders at March Mayhem.
Have I been mispronouncing his name this whole time?
How? Who?
It's Von Rocket?
Von Rocket. Get it right.
I'm
There's a little
making notes
flair
right now.
to it.
And his opponent, from Los Angeles, California, he is Devon ERIK Surge.
ERIK Surge has exploded onto the scene here at OVW these last few months. Let me tell you, if you are unfamiliar with this man right here, you better get acquainted because ERIK Surge has got to be one of my favorite acts going today.
ERIK Surge, a well-traveled competitor all over the Midwest. Did a little peck pop in there. But, this gentleman all over the Midwest, the East Coast, all the way through. You heard it. He's from L.A., up and down. I mean, this man, he's going everywhere. He's doing everything that he can to make a name for himself in the business, and that has led him here to OVW, one of the best places to make a name for yourself, and Jake Lawless knows that as well.
Certainly proving to be very effective. Speaking of which, if you'd like to make your mark in the professional wrestling world, be sure to join the OVW Academy. OVWacademy.com. Sign up today.
Hot shot there from Flawless Jake Lawless. Lawless rolls in.
Oh!
Beautiful rolling knee strike.
Using that momentum to his favor. As ERIK Surge now on the outside, not where he wants to be.
Oh, Jake Lawless not where he wants to be.
Just ran over Lawless.
He doesn't want to be anywhere near ERIK Surge.
It's a head-on collision right there. And the crowd here at the Hot Point Davis Arena coming alive for ERIK Surge. Has him hooked with that gut wrench. Just walking him around with ease.
Yeah, he's like a grown man. It's like he's carrying a small child.
Incredible strength from DeBomb. The crowd calling for one more.
Well,
and now
ERIK Surge.
If it worked the first time. Oh! Lawless got to be careful here not to take too much damage. We do know that he will be competing in that fatal 4-way to qualify for March Madness.
March Mayhem here in just a couple weeks.
March Mayhem on March 29th, live on pay-per-view, challenging for those tag team championships. However, 3 teams still remain in his way.
And so far, so far we've got Los Desafios and the team of Boy Toy Troy and star player Prime. Erik Surge.
Lawless about to fly.
We saw Donovan Cecil earlier, and you can arguably say that Dub Bomb really did explode onto the scene after a series of, you just call them hospitals. That's what the hell they were between himself and Donovan Cecil. Both of these men, crazy strength, and we know we're going to see them hook up again in the future at some point, sometime. But right now, Surge has his hands full with Lawless.
Repeatedly driven face first into the top turnbuckle. Surge on shaky legs right now. Lawless went for a clothesline, but Surge did not budge.
Surge is built like a brick, you know what house. It's going to take more than just a couple of clotheslines to take him down off of his feet. Flawless Jake Lawless, second-generation superstar, knows what it takes to be a champion.
Going for that neck breaker. However, Surge had it scouted.
And look at that, just bending Lawless completely in half over that top rope. Lawless knows what it takes to be a champion, so he knows what it takes to beat someone like Erik Surge, but Surge just too damn powerful.
Talked about Surge traveling up and down the country. He's been sending Lawless up and down Louisville here, flying through the air. Now makes his way back into the ring.
Erik Surge lines up Lawless. Oh, good God. You see the sweat fly off that clothesline?
You want to talk about a clothesline? Good God. Showing Lawless how it's done right now.
Lawless drove back up to his feet. Scooped up by Surge with ease, and
again, making it look easy. Follow-away slam.
Again, he's throwing a grown man around like a child.
Speaking of a grown man, there's no reason why a man that size should be able to do what Erik Surge just did. Insanely athletic.
Erik Surge dragging Flawless Jake Lawless to his feet by his hair.
Has him in position for that big power slam.
Say the carcass of Lawless, but Lawless playing possum. Ducks under.
Now, neck breaker. Hooks the outside leg. Will this be enough?
No. Erik Surge still with the wherewithal to kick out there.
And you see the frustration from Lawless. However, that frustration turning into urgency.
He just walked up that man to drop an elbow across the back of his head.
And still somehow only a 2.
Jake Lawless always finding a way to have innovative offense. I'll give him that.
Lawless got to be careful not to get frustrated here.
Try to throw that super kick. Surge caught it, charges in, but look at this.
Went to the well one too many times. He was going for that clothesline once again, and now on the outside.
Up and over goes Lawless.
Lawless with a cannonball.
That hurt.
Both men wiped out here on the floor.
After that thud, I don't know who got the worst of it. Jake Lawless throwing caution to the wind. Ladies and gentlemen, those are very, very thin pads that we're required to have by the Athletic Commission. That's just solid concrete underneath that these men are throwing caution to the wind and driving each other into.
Willing to put their own bodies at risk. All for a victory, all for the payday, and now Lawless making his way up top. Oh, Surge back on his feet.
Surge got him goozled.
Lawless desperately trying to fight out.
Headbutt from Flawless Jake Lawless.
Oh, speaking of a headbutt.
Little hey, how you doing?
These two getting very well acquainted. And now Surge looking to put things away.
Running power slam.
Here's your winner, Erik Surge!
Surge with an emphatic victory here on OVW Overdrive.
I get it. And now I feel like one of those guys who goes to those theaters that you like to go to with the extra hold. I feel elated.
When you say extra hole, they all come with one hole.
Steve, you know what? I'm gonna dig one hole and get on out of here because you know what? I'm gonna be fine. What a hell of a main event that was. I mean,
at least yeah, right. It was a great show. I was gonna say we got to finish the show before you walk off.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. ERIK Surge picking up a big win. You know what? It's such a big win for ERIK Surge. I'm gonna go celebrate it. I'm gonna go celebrate with my wife. You should hang here. And actually, I'm gonna. You got this.
Wait.
Hey, baby, guess who didn't get in trouble this week?
Sir?
Steve.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Text exchange we had last week.
So I didn't dream it. It was real. Okay.
I just have one thing to say to you, Steve. That is, thank you. Thank you.
Ow.
Thank you.
Ow!
Thank you for opening up like that.
Oh,
What we need, Steve, little communication.
oh,
Anytime, doors open.
oh, oh.
Okay.
Is that a positive?